Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Double tap, share the love. Run it up. Drop some coins. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Double tap, share the live. Run it up. Run that bitch up. I got something to talk about that was just brought to my attention from my leader. From my leader up here. I'm gonna brush my teeth. Wait for y'all to come in. And we're gonna get straight to it. How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning, good folks. What's the scoop? You don't do nothing else. Make sure you brush your tongue. Brush your tongue. Some of y'all don't brush y'all tongues and it shows. I can look in the motherfucking mouth and see. If your tongue is pure white all over, you ain't brushing your tongue. You ain't brushing your tongue at all. Your tongue should not be covered in white. That means you got food, bacteria, bad breath, everything. And I tell my kids the same thing. When you get in the bathroom, brush your teeth and never forget your tongue. And make sure you soak it in some soak it in Listerine if your breath is too bad. You know what I mean? So y'all, one of my leaders, co-founders, whatever you want to call them, he was just talking about something serious this morning. How, excuse me, a lot of people think it's cool to spread lies and to gossip and ruin people's lives, and it's not. Like, it can get you hurt, it can get you beat up, and that's why a lot of the LGBT community was not accepted back in the day. And you know, people who used to tell folks business, it used to not be cool. For telling something that happened at the dope house, you used to find yourself in the ditch. You know what I mean? People really need to learn how to mind their own business. And that's why whenever I find out if somebody's talking shit about me or talking behind my back or saying this, that, and the third, I always get rid of them. For real. If I can't get rid of them because they family, I keep my distance away from around them. I had a couple of family and friends spread lies and false shit on me that I done had to clear up a couple of times behind hearsay, instead of being a woman or a man and coming to me about it. And I completely understand what my co-founder was saying. You know, people really need to learn how to shut up. And then stop spreading lies as well, too. Because people will hurt you. And a lot of people will hide behind cameras. He was talking about broadcasters then. A lot of broadcasters, you know, like he said, they talk all that tough shit to him, but then won't ever meet them up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to sit around here, you got to watch your back because you done spread so many lies on the internet about people, and now they want you. And I was like, that's completely correct, because a lot of the people do, especially on this platform, done got into a lot of shit. They done leaked folks' address, told people's phone numbers. But see, they done calm that shit down because Y'all know nowadays, if you do that shit on the internet and someone has proof of you leaking address, phone numbers, anything, if you leak any of somebody's information, anybody's information, and you put them in harm's way, and they find out or they have proof that you have done it, you know how serious that shit is to put somebody in harm's way. Y'all better know the laws in your fucking state. I'm telling you. Know the laws in your state. If you don't know, go look it up. It's serious. A lot of people on this platform are being sued, took into court, going to jail behind it. Don't do it. Don't condone in that stuff. Because if someone gets hurt because of what you said or what you did or how you leaked their information, they find out and they have proof that you done it, you're going to be in some big trouble. You're going to be in some big trouble. And I'm glad they changed the policy and the rules of stuff like that, because too many people are getting hurt. Too many people are getting, offed. Too many people are in harm's way because of other people. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous as hell. That's why you don't do that shit. You don't do that shit. Don't do it. And people think they all tough and big and bad and all this and that until you really find yourself in some shit and God humbles your ass. Then you be sitting up there asking God to forgive you. And, oh, Lord, I'm sorry. No, you wasn't sorry when you was doing it. So now suffer them consequences. You was tough. You was all tough and this and that, talking all that shit when you thought it was cool to leak somebody's information or tell somebody's personal business. Then when they pulled a Karen on you, you sitting there crying and hollering, wolfing, I'm so sorry. And the judge, y'all already know how judges do. They ain't going for it. And 9 times out of 10, if you did it one time, you done did it again. They gonna see that anyway. That shit is so pathetic. I thank God they done changed the rules, the laws, and everything about a lot of shit. That's why y'all dumbass, bum-ass hoes who are making people's lives harder and having people move and doing all this extra ass shit, it's coming to a cease. And I'm glad. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Because look at y'all now. Half of y'all don't have content up here. Y'all ain't doing what you're supposed to do in life. You ain't trying to move forward. You ain't got nothing going on. And them be the main ones. Them be the main ones. Them people that ain't got nothing going on be the main ones always in somebody else's business. Are always spreading shit. The main ones. The main ones who have to sit at home or going to the club every weekend, not tending to their kids. Or doing this and that. Them be the main ones that always be in somebody else's shit instead of minding their own business. Them be the main ones that suffer the hardest consequences and then want to cry wolf about it. But what was you just doing a week ago? Oh, okay. You gonna learn some kind of lesson in life. You know what I mean? People are just crazy to me. And I completely understand what he said. Like, that shit has got to stop. All that gossiping, that foolishness, all that shit, it's got to stop one way or the other. That's why they changed a lot of laws, like with the bullying laws, with the harassment laws, all that shit that you do on the internet, that you type, you text, and all that shit. When that shit is shown, you get a different kind of punishment than what you thought you was going to get back in the day. Tuh. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. That shit ain't nothing to play around with. Just the same thing that happened to Dre Baby this morning. Then people want to sit there and bully, antagonize, and kept clipping him because he's a bigger broadcaster and they see he's blowing up on the app and they jealous of him. They mad because he got the juice. He's getting all the coins. He's getting all their fans. So they want to sit up here and, oh, well, you only did this and you only did that and talking all that shit, right? And as they're talking all that shit, the guy slipped up and was like, oh, I can get you touched and I can get you clipped and this and that and the third. Whole time he had his people recording him. And guess what he gonna do with that? Report it. And he said he was gonna take the boy to court. As you should. Because should nobody be sitting here threatening your page to make money. Where you make your income from. These people are sorry. Those are the sad, broken people who still think bullying is okay. And it's not. You don't always have to fight a person with your fists. You can get them with a couple of other things, honey. Sure. Words hurt people the worst. Not fucking with people hurt them even more. And changing your ways will tear them apart completely. I like what Dre Baby said the other day. He said, I stand alone. I came on this app standing alone. I bring my content alone. I joke, I laugh, I play, I kiki, but I don't like doing all that reading shit. He said that reading shit is really starting to become dead. Because a lot of you take that shit too far. You want to do the death read. You want to do the threatening. You want to do this. You want to do that. And then it's like, where do we draw the line here? Where do we draw the line here? Because you're not going to keep doing that. And he was like, I disagree with it, but that's why I don't do it anymore. I do not support these bigger platforms who do all of that carrying on. And I totally agree because it's tired, it's late. It's like, show us who you really are. The best you can do is threaten somebody, a death read, or talk about their kids. What does that show about you? What does that show about your real character? Okay, let's really get into that. What kind of person are you showing to the world? An absolute failure. Y'all got to get y'all lives together for real. I have so many good things coming into play, but you never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, so you keep certain shit quiet. But I just thank God. I thank God I've came into a place in my life where I have so much peace, and it is so much good things coming to me just by changing little things here and there. I'm thankful. I'm completely thankful. Because shit is going to be good for me all the way around the board. That's why a lot of people get mad and people get jealous, because instead of them focusing their energy on the correct things that they're supposed to, they focus their things on nonsense. Can't show the TV. So it's just like, I'm glad. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. God will lead you in the right direction as long as you, I don't know what that was, probably soap. God will lead you in the right direction as long as you pray about it, you humble yourself, you keep yourself humble, and you keep yourself clear of all BS. God will put you in the right direction. If you do the right things and you live the right way and you pray upon it and you do what you're supposed to do, God will bless you for that. That is true. That is a living testament. It is proven. It is written. A lot of people just don't live by it because they so stuck on this worldly shit that ain't gonna make no difference. After you get finished threatening somebody or doing death reads or doing this and that, what do you have to show for it? Nothing. Because 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna do it. You just talking shit. You running your mouth. You already know the consequences behind what you're doing. So what the fuck? You know, I understand what Dre was talking about last night. I was like, yes, finally someone big on this app said it. We are the new it girls. The newcomers, the up and coming people. We are the motherfuckers who are setting the tone for real life content. Like y'all see me do a lot of vlogs, a lot of different styles and things like that. Most people can't even do that. I want to see half of y'all who talk all this big boy shit behind these comments really get on live and show your daily life. I bet you won't be bold enough to do it because you know your life ain't shit. You know you don't do shit all day. Name 5 things in the comments that you have done today that was productive. Have you even woke up and prayed? Have you thanked God for blessing your kids? Or if you don't have kids, for blessing you that you woke up this morning? That's the shit I'm talking about. Y'all got to get y'all shit together. The same thing with Visa. All these women keep coming into his live, like he said. They keep sending him pictures and telling him he's nice looking and doing this and doing that. But and the first thing he asked him, have you prayed this morning, sweetheart? Okay, who did you pray to? And they be bullshit answers. And then he hang up on him. I don't blame him. Because your whole life, your whole priority is wrong. And then you talking this bullshit. Get out of my face. Don't nobody want to hear that nonsense after a while. Lies and lies and lies is just complete and utter bullshit. And then another topic Dre Baby had got into was he was talking about different signs and stuff like that. And a lot of things I agreed with him about the signs and things, because people do act the way they act truly due to something with the astrology and stuff like that. Now, I do agree because I've done my own study or whatever. But that's why I try to get to know a person, study them, watch their behavior, watch how they carry themselves, watch how they treat other people, watch how other people respond to them. Like for an instance, you've been around a person, right, and they be like, oh, I'm always alone, oh, I don't have this, oh, I don't have that. A lot of people leave my life and this and that and the third. But then you go ask the people, well, what was wrong here? Well, what happened here? And they tell you, this person is not a good person. That's why I had to stop hanging around them. They talked about me and I caught them a couple of times. Or they done this to me. They betrayed me. And then you like, oh, so that happened to you too? Wow. I thought I was the only one. 9 times out of 10, it's a pattern because they broken and they need to heal. And a lot of our black communities, they don't get therapy like they supposed to. They don't get the help that they need. And then struggle with past traumas that date all the way back from when they're born, whether it's mother or father, and they can't fix themselves. They don't see counseling. They don't believe in therapy. They don't believe in getting help. And then they take out all this bullshit on other people that they have affected throughout their whole lives and wonder why their lives is in full of turmoil. You never healed from it. You never got help from what you did. And now you're paying for it in your karma throughout your life of growing up. Now you have to suffer because of poor decision making you chose or things that you have done. Then you want to cry wolf when shit gets tough. It's like, no. What have you done to get in this predicament? Oh, okay. I used to be such a helpful person. My mom used to tell me all the time, you are such a helpful person. You are so nice to your friends and you are so sweet and you try to do the most for people and you always look out for people and try to help them. And you have to be careful with that. And I told her, I just want to see people do better or be where I'm at. You know what I mean? That's why I like my job that I do, because I have a chance and an experience to help other people and teach them things and to talk to them about certain things that they may not think I ever known. A lot of people, especially my white clients, they love me. They appreciate me because they're non-biased and then they actually take the time out to listen to me and to hear me out. They actually take the time out to accept knowledge. A lot of black people are guarded. They're and I'm not dissing black people or talking bad upon my community, not at all. But because of so much trauma they've been through, they're guarded, they're hateful, they're evil spirited, they suffer from so much, and then, they just don't, y'all make sure y'all get this too. When it goes on sale for Black Friday, get this, the 1,000 Wishes. Oh my gosh. When I tell you, baby, that stuff, that's the real perfume. That's not this. That's not the mist stuff that Black Bath & Body Works sell for, what, $14. This costs $40. And this is real perfume. The real deal stuff. Not watered down. Real deal, okay? And it lasts all day. I always get compliments on my hair, on my appearance, and how I smell. Because I try to keep good stuff. And it's a lot of good things that I'm also going to get on Black Friday else that I seen, like Gucci Couture, Versace had a sale on a lot of their perfume, because I like to make sure I smell good. If you look good, you feel good. Like they say in the Bible, cleanliness is next to godliness. So you try to present yourself as a clean and wonderful person, and that's what you're going to give out. If you around here bitter, gossiping, all in the streets, wondering about Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's what you're going to give off. 9 times out of 10, that's a shitty person and they don't have nothing going for themselves. And also, another thing I want to say is be careful of the company you keep, because it is a reflection on you. Now, if I'm saying this, if my friend or cousin is a wild person, and I know how to separate myself anyways when I'm in a room full of people. I know how to carry myself with class and grace and because of what I was taught. But some people don't do that. So you have to be careful of the company you keep, because sometimes it can be a reflection of yourself, and people thinking just because you hanging with this person, you act that way or you carry yourself that way. No, not necessarily. I made that shit clear. I have friends who do this and do that and be there and done that, but that doesn't mean I do it. And I make that clear within the crowd or whoever I'm around. You know what I'm saying? I know how to separate myself. I love this person dearly, but don't mean I condone in the things that they do. And people can tell off of that, just off the language and the way I talk and the way I carry and articulate myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, she is different. Oh, she's cool. She's real cool. And she come off mean, but she's cool. I get that all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm a serious person. My dad was a serious person growing up. And I get it from my dad. We like to joke, we like to have fun, but like he always told us, it's a time and it's a place for everything. And life is serious, and you don't have much time. And you never know when God is going to take you from this world. So try to make a good impact on people and have a good impression on people. Like they say, your word is bond. A man's word is all he has. And if you're around a man who lies, cheats, and steals, and is completely utter trash, that should just show you they're not a good person. You know what I mean? And you should want to be around them, because it'll have an effect on your spirit, even if you think it don't have an effect on your spirit. Because people will start to, pass judgment like they do. Because people do pass judgment. And you have to be careful of that too as well. I just thank God that I was blessed so much to just really been and lived everywhere. Both my parents, like I told you, I were retired military. I have experience with a lot of different people. I done had a Chinese best friend. I done had a white best friend. I done had Asians, Indians, all kinds of stuff that people don't know about. But that's why people, when they look at me and they hear me talk and they hear me articulate, they're like, darn, you're not from around here. I can tell. You talk different. You walk different. My patients say that all the time. They be like, you talk different. You walk different. You carry yourself with such